who is ready to shoulder the responsibility of this party. And he has administered this party ever since he came in to the admiration of all and sundry in Cross River State. So wherever he is going to, the state executive committee of this party is ready to trade the road with him. Come rain or shine, where angels they fear to tread, where he passes through, will be there for him. Because he has shown us that he's somebody who has the capacity to lead this party. No outsider, nobody should try to be more Catholic than the Pope. If there are any issues of malfeasance in the party here, I think the onus lies on the state ESCO members to originate that grievance. It is not for somebody who does not know. I wonder how a man will go and take Panadol for my headache. Did I complain to him? So please, we stand vehemently behind our chairman and we are ready to go anywhere for him. Thank you very much.
Any objection?
No.
Any objection?
No.
So majority carries
The votes.
Congratulations, Mr. Chairman.
Pressmen of Cross River State. It gives me great joy having listened to my wonderful colleagues. In the last few hours, and which just culminated in the last action, of the confidence they have in me and which they have just reposed, I feel truly highly humbled. But let me also thank you, press, for the concern you have shown in the face of all that has been happening since after the general election in 2023 and the rerun election of 2024. The position this party has taken to bring sanity to the activities of ensuring that peace, love, unity, and growth, which is the foundation for which our administration came upon. And you would have observed that what could be a threat to peace, love, unity, is nothing more than injustice. It's nothing more than impunity. It's nothing more than misconduct. It's nothing more than anti-party activities. The recent experience in the rerun, even when in 2023, our fact-finding report indicted a lot of our party men, we thought it wise that perhaps we should temper justice with mercy. But the reoccurrence of that, particularly in Obar State constituency of the northern part of Cross River State and Yala 2 constituency in the recent rerun election, has awoken again our consciousness as a party. And on the 9th day of February, this state executive committee, in its full glamour and color, with full intent to ensure sanity in this party, after receiving complaints from some members of our party, decided to set up a disciplinary committee in compliance with Article 21, 1, 2, 3 of our party's constitution, with clear TOR, terms of reference, which the chairman of the disciplinary committee that have started their sitting will unveil to the public after now. We have since that time, and following the action that we took as a party, gotten the reaction. We have seen how jittery they have become. But like we have said, we are only guided by the provisions of our Constitution to do what is right, just, and fair, and in the overall best interest of this party, so that unity will prevail. It is therefore no surprise that some members, or some non-members because what constitutes membership under Article 9 of our Constitution is very clear. But from the record that we have seen, some, I don't know how to describe them, but I think they are human beings that deserve our sympathy, that deserve our pity for what has befallen them, the degree of ignorance, the quantum of hunger, and the attention-seeking approach which they intend to bring. It is only embarrassing that the name of our party and my hard-earned reputation is being unnecessarily dragged, but that is the price I have to pay. And like I have said, this king has gone through a lot and has become so hardened. So there is nothing anybody says that bothers me. But I must thank the leadership of this party, our dear Governor, Senator Prince Bassey Tutu, who has provided wonderful leadership to this party and has been on the know of some of these miscreants and is concerned and is committed to dealing with this, but has also allowed the party to follow its constitutional powers to getting this report to the disciplinary committee. As you all know, when matters are in court, they are deemed to be sub judice. It is not our place to go into the content of the complaint or those who have been mentioned, but I'm sure the disciplinary committee, this party has saddled them. The press, you'll be invited, because that sitting will be holding here in the office of the former deputy chairman, and it will be thrown open, commencing from Monday, I guess, where invitations would have been given to everybody concerned. We expect that they will do a proper job that will later be subjected to this executive committee, either to approve or to reject. I dare to say that the procedures on how a state chairman of a party can be removed is very, very clear. Those that have the powers to do so are also not faceless group of persons or non-members of our party. It is therefore amusing that some comedians, some jesters, some have graduated to the level of clowns, will disturb your time with stories, making funny rounds. I please want to appeal to you and to urge you to ignore them the same way my leaders have urged me to ignore them. What I enjoy from this party and the leadership is the confidence they have in my person. The day they do not have this confidence in me, I would not even need anybody to come and tell me to leave. I am here rendering selfless service. Perhaps it might interest you to know that under the dictum of our political evangelism, when we came on board on the 16th day of October 2021, this party called APC was fragmented like the commandments that Moses brought from the mountain that fell on the ground and scattered. APC had so many factions. To God be the glory, and all thanks to His Excellency, the former governor of this state, Senator Professor Ben Ayade, who trusted the task on us to reunite every member of this party. And you are all living witnesses how we brought the party together. We came as a united front to wrestle power from the dominance of the PDP-led government that held sway for 22 years. It was all by the support of this state executive committee. Some of the persons that have been identified trying to get attention have only gotten the attention that we have today in the state executive committee meeting, rather refer them to join the disciplinary committee, because we did not know before now that some of them have questionable characters. We did not know the kind of misconduct that some of them have graduated to become and the criminal tendencies of some of them. But this we have been told today from the report. However, it is not our place to judge. These same complaints have arisen now, and this state executive committee have now mandated that as an extra TOR to the disciplinary committee. They too will be invited, and you know the position of impersonation in this party. Article 21.2 is very, very clear on all the offenses. But let us also bring you to speed that there is no offense known as failure to constitute the state caucus or the local government caucus that warrants anything. There is also no organ of this party known as APC Stakeholders Forum. That is a criminal body, and anybody identifying under that group, we have also told the security agencies to get them arrested. They are criminals trying to create crisis. We know the mood of this country. There have been all series of security threats. People are taking advantage of the hard times. We have, however, been told that some of these elements are working with some fifth columnists in the state to see how they can create crisis. The security agencies have been notified. We will be on alert. We will not allow any crisis to come into this party because we are united under the leadership of Senator Prince Basiede to our amiable colleagues. Thank you.
Plus a couple of things, and of course we witnessed the vote of confidence passed on you. But I'll still give my colleagues the opportunity to make some clarifications or ask any question if they have. So please, if you do.
My name is Richard Ndoma. I work for Leadership Newspaper. Mr. Chairman, I want you to throw more light on when you said the fifth columnist, that some of these guys are working with the fifth columnists. What do you mean by fifth columnists? Are there any people propelling this crisis, or how? Can you give us an insight?
Persons to the earlier ones that you had sent their names to the disciplinary committee that you set up. How many more persons have been forwarded or reported to the disciplinary committee for investigations?
A political party as large as ours will have the good, will have the bad, and will have the ugly. While I see almost everybody seated here as very good, and 1,000 and several hundreds of thousands outside there as very good, some very few, very, very bad, and then the ugly ones are the ones I refer to as fifth columnists. You will soon get to know them because those ugly ones are the ones we have gotten report about them today. And I have just told you their criminal tendencies, which we have just been told about. If a man is not a criminal, he will not take criminal approaches when he knows the straight road on how you can become. I had thought one of the men that was mentioned in that list was a gentleman. only for me to discover that he has struggled unstably in the past to come through to sit on this exalted chair that God himself brought me here to sit. And because he could not get it through the front door, he wants to come through the back door. He said he's acting chairman. His name is one James Alicha. Perhaps he's an over-pampered adult. Perhaps he requires some mental attention to know his state of mind. Tell him I am sitting here and I dare him, if he's acting state chairman, to come here and sit down. If the God that we worship that gave us victory does not strike him dead from the gate before he gets down to this place, then he should know that I'm not a child of God. But like I have said, we have been advised to ignore them. We will ignore them because we know that they are seeking for attention, and the harsh economic reality of the moment, we feel for them. We know that what may have actuated their action perhaps is hunger. But by the special grace of God, this party is working with the governor. And in the next few days or weeks, not up to a week again, I'm sure we'll start rolling out appointments. Maybe people like that will get some things that will put food on their table. And their sense of reasoning will take some level of decency. We know what they are looking for. This party cannot give them what they are looking for. But we trust in the kindness of the governor of our dear state, who has the capacity to put food on the table. Let's give them food again, so that when they misbehave, we will know whether it is full-blown madness, and we'll take them to the lunatic asylum for further examination. But for now, it can only take a madman to think that you can go and stay somewhere and say you have become an acting chairman of a party where an illegally elected chairman who is sitting to run a 4-year term had just spent 2 years on the saddle. A man who has delivered this party from nowhere to a greater point, and you think you can rubbish, and then the God we worship will not strike you dead. Please, when you see things happening to some of these kind of people, just know that they're the architect of their own misfortune. Those are the people who call fifth columnists. Your second question was that, how many more persons? Yes, like I said, the report we have gotten today have only brought the names of just 3 persons on the 4. Those 3 persons, we have examined them. Those are the 3 names that have just been added. If the number increases, this party has full powers under Article 21(1) to discipline erring members for misconduct, and we will stop at nothing. And don't forget, this party has become the darling of everybody. Every minute and seconds now, my phone keeps buzzing. People begging that, please, they made a mistake. They followed the wrong direction in the last election and almost got to the back to south. That we should please forgive them, that they want to come and join this party. Let me use this opportunity to say that with the approval of our governor, we are not going to stop anybody from joining this party. It's like a church. The only thing we will do is that we will profile when we discover that you're a very ugly person, because we were there before. There are some elements that we will need them to agree on certain conditions before they join us. And don't forget Article 9 of our party's constitution that shows that if you resign or you were expelled or suspended, when you are coming back, those rigorous procedures that requires you to come back and join this party, you must comply with. But we are not shutting our doors to anybody. We want this party to grow in leaps and bounds through strength. And everybody that have joined at the various levels, all we advise them to do is to go through the proper procedure at the ward level and be properly integrated. I am sure when we begin to see new blood, this old blood that have become so dirty and ugly could be taken off, so that the number of our party will grow with very good people that want to come and join us. Not necessarily from other parties, but some have been very apolitical, and they have had reason to see the goodness that the governor is doing, and a whole lot of them are saying, let's come and join hands to see how Governor Basio too can turn around this state. Once again, I thank you for coming to hear our own side of the story. And we urge you to ignore the charlatans, to ignore the comedians, to ignore the clowns, and to ignore these jesters. Because very, very soon, don't forget, this party is going digital. We want to do e-registration. That is one of the plan of the national chairman of our great party. But first, you must have your name in our hard register. Then we will validate that in the e-platform. We intend to grow the population of Cross River State because in 2027, when Governor Basiede Tutu will be coming for second term, he's coming unopposed. He's coming unopposed on grounds of performance, on grounds of the vote of confidence by the people of Cross River State, even for what he has done in these 8-9 months. The blind can even see, the deaf can even hear, and like I have said, from next week, the sweetness that you will see, just ready to take glucophage because it can give you some. The sweetness will be too much so that you don't have diabetes. Thank you. Well, the last gesture.